Good evening, everybody. I'm Brad Means.
And I'm Kimberly Scott in for Jenny Montgomery. Thank you for joining us.
We do appreciate it, as coverage you can count on begins with a second suspect behind bars in connection with that Walgreens robbery attempt. Nicholas Robinson, was arrested earlier this week, accused of trying to rob the Walgreens on Furys Ferry Road twice. Now another suspect is behind bars. He's Douglas Duncan III, the son of Columbia County Commissioner Doug Duncan, the 25-year-old accused of taking part in the recent crime at Walgreens this past Sunday. Robinson there is still in jail tonight. Duncan has already bonded out. News Channel 6's Renetta Dubose now live in our newsroom. And Renetta, I know you spoke with Commissioner Duncan about what he's going through right now.
I did. This is Commissioner Doug about what happened. He told me this is a parent's second worst phone call. The first is if the coroner calls you.
Happy that, they were able to find who did it.
A break in the search for the hooded man who walked into an Evans Walgreens twice with a knife.
It's the way of the world these days, in my opinion. Places are getting robbed all the time.
The sheriff's office arrested 28-year-old Nicholas Robinson for pulling a knife on an employee. He later admitted he was the guy that they were looking for back in January after holding a knife to another employee's throat for cash. It was nothing but shock across the Evans neighborhood that typically is quiet.
There has been a lot of break-ins lately in this area. My car got broken into in July.
Investigators were also looking for a black truck in connection with the March incident, linking the vehicle to Robinson's getaway car.
We later determined that Douglas Duncan was the driver of that vehicle, and he too has been charged with criminal attempt to commit a felony.
Duncan is the son of Columbia County Commissioner Doug Duncan, who represents the neighborhood where the Walgreens is located on Evans Tulloch and Furys Ferry Road.
Investigators believe that he knew in advance of what the suspect was going to do.
Commissioner Duncan told News Channel 6, "We love our children unconditionally. We're devastated by the charge. We pray that he'll be exonerated, but if not, he's going to face the consequences of his actions."
It touches everybody. You've got, like I said, people trying to support their families, and then on the other end, you've got thrill seekers.
Both Duncan and Robinson face the charge of criminal attempt to commit a felony, which carries a 1 to 10-year sentence if convicted.
Sheriff Whittle has demonstrated since the day he took office, no matter who you are, who you're related to, how much money you have, we're going to enforce the law.
Duncan bonded out this morning. Robinson is still in jail. He also faces several other charges, including aggravated assault and armed robbery. Kim?